access to mental health in rural schools is not easy. There's a before and after.
As an adolescent, I did struggle in the mental health, just kind of some trauma.
The resources were really only at the crisis level.
We might have a student in crisis or a family in crisis and really not have anywhere to refer them to.
We would have to take him to St. Louis or St. Charles to see counselors, therapists, psychiatrists.
Pretty much two options: to give youth a warning or to refer them to a judge.
And there really weren't a lot of resources for me.
What can we do? Somebody'd say, I don't know, have you talked to the counselor about them yet?
Making phone calls and networking to try and help.
I had a counselor that kind of checked in maybe once a year.
And I really didn't have anything in between.
If you have insurance and you have a mode of transportation, you have parents that can get you someplace, then you can get taken care of. But if you don't,
And then he said, and you will need a tax increase. And I believe in unison, there were about half of us that said, oh no, we can't do that.
Oh boy, people are they're not gonna like this.
I thought there would be no chance. It's only a quarter cent, didn't sound like much. Jim Wallace was the force behind us all. But if we needed the push, we needed ideas, whatever, Jim was the one who would say, why don't we try this? Why don't we work on this? He was there with us in the trenches, going door to doors, even with us.
It was really about the bigger picture, getting this passed for future generations. That was what got me up and got me involved in this project. Box of ballots would come in from one precinct and we'd be up by 100 votes. The next precinct would come in and we'd be down by 50 votes. In November 2006 when it passed, then I had dreams.
Certainly we had great hopes. It has outstripped the greatest vision that I know anyone had.
When I started, I could not have imagined that where we are today, as far as the resources, the diversity of programs.
some of the first years were maybe 800,000 in services, and then it got to $1 million. And we were, wow, that's a lot of money.
Practitioners were there, and you could go down the hall, you could knock on a door, you could make a phone call, you knew who to talk to.
And this past year we were able to fund $2 million in services.
And we can connect families within a matter of minutes.
You don't have to wait 3 weeks for an appointment with a psychiatrist.
The funds that we have and judiciously allocate to our school districts and schools around the county, that I don't think we can put a value on how important that is.
When you have a great board, when you have great staff, when you have superb organizations that are working together and have learned to build this network together, this system of care, every kid can learn how to cope with life and be more effective in their daily lives.
I hope that we could continue to fund at a level that meets the needs.
If those services had been available many years ago, many children would have been much more successful in their education and their life.
It's hope for the future, their last best hope.
A child that's maybe in trouble, and turn that child into a happy and successful, productive adult. Those are things that you can't put a price tag on.
If we can help one kid, we've done enough.
This would not have happened if these community stakeholders hadn't gotten together and put a whole lot of time and effort to get a ballot measure to pass a sales tax that would impact year after year after year.
This seed was planted well and it grew into what it is today through the efforts of so many people and organizations. I have no doubt that there's a wonderful future for the Resource Board here.